everybody, Rach again from Redkite, and we've got, I'm very delighted to have yet another awesome Thai boxer that's agreed to talk to me for a little bit about their career. We've got Kev Ward. Hi, Kev.
Hi.
Thanks very much for doing this. I'm all right. No, we were talking a bit earlier on about your many titles. Now, usually I introduce them and tell people what they are, but you know what? There was that many. I'm going to hand it over to you. So tell us your accomplishments because they're vast, Kev.
I'm the current ISKA world champion under K1 rules, the WKA world champion under K1 rules, a WRSA Muay Thai world champion, a dual fight super fight champion, golden belt hardcore champion, world champion. I think that's it.
There may be some more. You need to get a T-shirt with champion written on it, don't you, really?
Yeah.
Ongoing champion. That's just a serious record, Kev. It's amazing. Mm-hmm. So how did you so I mean, tell me about who your coaches are and where you train and what's your gym called, and then maybe a little bit about why you started Thai boxing, so who you train with and such like.
Well, I started off and I still train there in Team Elite in Southport. I'm coached under Lee Culver and Andy Bockerbank. Phil Barton was there as well, but not anymore. When I first started, to be honest with you, I didn't actually know what Thai boxing was.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was. I never heard of it. I just wanted to learn how to kick.
Yeah.
So I was in a chippy, believe it or not, and I seen a post on the wall saying Phil Barton's Elite School Thai boxing. And I thought, you know what? Let's have a go with that. And here I am.
Here you are.
Still can't kick.
I think there's probably a few people that you have kicked that will probably disagree with that, Kev. But you've got quite a lot of world titles for somebody who can't kick. So I think we'll just be humble on that one. I think. So who's inspired you along the way then, Kev?
Well, when I first started, I started watching a guy called Ernesto Hust. I don't know if you've heard of him, but he's mainly in the K1 World Grand Prix, and I'll be honest, I like him a lot. I watched a lot of him. I enjoyed the way he fights, like the style. I enjoyed watching his fights. So I just don't got off him, to be honest. And then after watching him, I was watching the likes of Raymond Deckers, and then there's Bonyoski, all mainly the K1 max people, the K1 World Grand Prix people, and a few ties. But mainly the K1.
Can I ask how old you are, Kev?
I'm 21.
You're 21. That means no, Rach. Don't ask me how old I am. That's fair enough. We'll skip over that one. We'll skip 36.
Over. I'm 36.
36. I just I'm wondering how because when I first started Thai boxing, it was like it wasn't anywhere near as popular as it is now. And like you, I didn't know what Thai boxing was. I just fancied being able to do like spinning kicks and stuff like that. I thought, hey, they look cool. I'll try that. So it was. I'm trying to think of people back from the day. I mean, I remember watching in the low level the guy off Warren Brown. I used to love watching Warren Brown. When he was back doing it. But then that was just such a long time ago. And there was a massive giant guy. What the hell was he called? It's a big. Is it Sean? Sean
Johnson.
Sean Johnson, that's it. God, he was good. Such a big guy, so
He was my second Thai spar ever.
Your second Thai spar?
Yeah, he's the second person I ever sparred.
Well, that's... And how did that work out for you, Kev?
The first time went all right. The second round didn't go well. But it was a good spar. To be fair, he was a gent, to be honest. He didn't take the mick out of me and beat me up. I was just quite scared because I knew who he was.
Well, that's it. Well, exactly. And this is the thing, like he always stood out to me because of his size. He was absolutely enormous, like size-wise, but he was really flexible. So the last thing you expected that way is to get a roundhouse kick around your head.
And he flew fast as well. He didn't fall slow. It came up quite fast.
Yeah, it was like being hit with a shovel. Do you know what I mean? Around the side of your head, and seeing the head kicks come in. So I mean, you're not a dinky bloke, are you, Kev? You're a big old tall guy. Now, and I mentioned that because for some reason, I'm like 5'4", but for some reason I have loads of really tall students. Forever I seem to be walking into interclubs and stuff when I used to go, and I have like mammoth, enormous students. It always looks really funny. But when we're talking about using a height advantage, your height's only an advantage if you use it. And when I'm explaining to people and the taller people, I always get them to watch your videos because you use your height to an advantage. You know, the way you come off the ropes with the long knees and such like. It's and I just wondered. To me, it's like I see a really tall person, and I'm the most annoying person in the world for my husband. When we're out, if I'm getting served on a table by a tall person, I'm like, "Oh, hi! Have you ever thought about doing Thai boxing?" But how have you found it? Have you found it helpful or a hindrance? I mean, is it tricky? Is it more tricky for you? Is it?
Do you know what? It's going to sound silly, but what happened was my first fight I lost, and I lost because he just kept closing distance. So what happens is that when you first fight, when you're tall, and you go in, your coach always says to you, you gotta stay long, stay at distance. That's what gets told to you. Now, when you're fighting a small person, their coach is telling them, close the distance.
Close the distance, yeah.
Close distance, close distance, close distance. So what I did was I got good at being close.
Right.
So when I first started off, I just thought, you know what, I'm going to get good at being close. So when after I lost my first fight, I got good in the clinch, started being good at close range. And then as I got better and better and better, and then I started getting better footwork and better movement, and then it just went on. So now I don't really get hit much.
Perfect.
So it works good for me. So it works great, to be honest.
Yeah, if it's controlling the ring and controlling your opponent, it's...
You have your disadvantages as well, and you have the, like, some people don't like to see that in a fight. Some people don't like to see where you always on the back foot, hitting and winning fights on the back foot and stuff like that. Some people don't find it entertaining, so you don't get so much. You don't get some of the same opportunities as if you just go forward and go to war. Just what I mean, because you're not as entertaining, sort of thing.
But I guess it's not them, is it? It's not them in the ring, is it? Getting, going for the titles and such like.
Yeah.
But I see what you're saying.
That's true.
Yeah, so you fight your fight, don't you? You fight the one that's going to make you win the fight.
Yeah, and it's a lot. It's like because I used to fight at 77 kilo. I'm 6'5" and fight 77.
Yeah.
There was a lot of weight I was losing, and I don't water load. I just diet. I diet.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. Yeah, good.
And I diet, I train properly, and I make weight that way. I don't water cut. I don't have loads of water. To be honest, I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. And
good.
I've got my own reasons. And stuff like that. I won't go into it, but I don't agree with it. So I was obviously losing power. So when I'm going further down, I'm losing a bit of power because I'm dying down. I'm going skinnier. So it made no sense for me to go to war with someone who's smaller and stockier than me, because I'd just lose.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I kept fighting the range and making it easier, because I never had one punch knockout power.
But I mean, why would you make it harder or more? You don't need. I mean, it's not like, we're not. If you're in Thailand and it was your bread and butter, and it was putting food on the table, maybe you go out there and get yourself, a few more stitches for, a few more shows. But if not necessarily, you want to get in ring, win, and get out again, don't you? Is there any lessons that you've learned along the way? If you can think of like one lesson or something that somebody said to you that really resonated, is there anything like that? Is there anything that's ever happened that stands out to you that has been really helpful?
Yeah, well, there's one saying that my coach Lee Colton said to me once, and it was when I was losing a bit of interest, and I enjoyed the fight. I enjoyed fighting, but I wasn't training properly. Do you understand what I mean? So I turned up for training. He's coaching me. He's giving me everything, and he's like, "So what? You're not giving me nothing back."
Yeah.
And he said, "Listen, at your level you're fighting now, you no longer lose. You don't just lose; you get hurt. So I'm no longer going to coach you unless you give me effort."
Yeah.
So it made me realise. I went home and I had to think about it, and I thought, "You know what? Let's go back in and train properly." So I did. I just got a bit of hunger back and get me interest, and that was me. I just got told how it was, to be truly honest.
That's it. I mean, he'll be putting a lot of time into training you, and he wants you to do an effort, and he'll want you to put the same back in. But also, you don't put 100%, and you're going to get hammered, aren't you?
Exactly. Yeah, and you get hurt.
100%. Like,
yeah, and you do get hurt now. When you get to a certain level, it's no longer I've got a sore leg and a sore shin. You could get hurt. So
yeah,
it's one of them where it's to what you like. So I went home and thought about it, and came back and obviously done good.
Good tip. Definitely a good tip. So we're coming back towards the end. I've just got I've been asking everybody so far, and I've been saying, what is, if you you're in lockdown. Okay, we're in lockdown. People are, we're drinking more beers and we're eating all the food out the fridge, and we're exercising. Possibly got more opportunity to exercise, but what to do? If you have one single exercise that you would advise people to do? So if in the world where you have to pick one, you don't have to, but the one exercise that you could do, what's your go-to exercise for lockdown that isn't pad related?
I go jogging.
Jogging. Yeah.
Yeah,
and that's what you advise people.
I just go jogging and go distance, keep weight down. Try and keep the weight down, and then try and stay fit.
Yeah.
But it's boring. It's boring jogging anyway. Jogging's boring anyway.
Yeah.
But it's even more boring training on your own. So I just go for, when you go for your joggy or jog, it's like 40 minutes, 50 minutes, whatever, an hour at my day.
Yeah.
I just go and do that and then go home.
And then you've done his job done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I find that I'm quite heavy these days, and I absolutely hate running. Hate it. Always hated it. Even when I was fit, I hated it. But I find that it really, my knees don't like, because I'm so heavy. But because I've been in the lot, so I've not run for a long time because I hit my hips and my leg. But because of that's all we've got, I've been doing a bit more running. I'm not very good. I'm pretty crap. I've been quite enjoying it more because there's less people around and less cars and stuff. But yeah, it does. It really helps with the weight. It helps keep the weight down. And I'm trying to get back into it a little bit. So
you just got to start. You just start slow and start.
That's it.
Don't go distance. You don't go distance. It's like going around your back of your house.
Yeah.
And if you go around the back of your house.
Yeah.
And not stop.
Yeah.
It's too easy. So then go 2 blocks.
That's it.
And if you go around the 2 blocks and you can do that without stopping, it's too easy. So go 3 blocks, and then if you do that and stop once, you keep doing it until
you can do it without stopping.
And then you go to 4.
Yeah. Well, that's a good tip, that, because everybody's got apps on the phone and stuff like that. But that's an easy way to do it, isn't it? And to be fair, that's kind of what I've been doing. It's been difficult to try and overcome the kind of, my mind says you've got to keep running till the end, because I can make myself do that. Even though it looks like I'm a tomato and I'm going to need a hospital or an ambulance at the end of it, and I feel like I'm going to die. But my body don't want me to do that. It's a bit too old and a bit too overweight. So I'm having to put walks in there, but I'm all right with that. I'm coming to terms with it now. I'm getting a bit more of feeling less guilty about not being able to do as much. But the more I do, the better I'll get. So I like the tips on the running. Exactly. Right. Okay. Because you're a busy man with a young family, so we're wrapping it up, but not before you have to answer the quick fire round of silly questions. Okay. So I'm going to start with the first question, which is guilty pleasure. What is it?
Probably Haribo.
Haribos. Oh God, yeah. Yeah. I don't blame you on that one. Right. What's the worst thing you've ever worn? Like when you look back and think, oh, you should look cool in that, and then you think, oh man, that was bad.
I wore a tutu and a boob tube.
Please tell me it was for a stag do and not just night out.
It was a stag do.
Yeah. If you want to wear a tutu and a boob tube and a night out, you know what? So what, do that as well. But nice one. What's the worst presents you've ever been bought?
Don't know. Probably say a pair of socks, probably.
Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, a pair of socks. A safe bet on that one. Nice one. Yeah. Right, and the last one I've been doing, Kiss, Marry or Roundhouse kick with everybody now. Absolutely, you're a happily married man. We're absolutely not going to upset your wife. I've been cunning on this one. So shouldn't upset your wife. Shouldn't put you in any trouble. Make anybody feel uncomfortable. Now you've got a young family, so I've guessed a little bit here. So Kiss, Marry or Roundhouse kick. Mummy Pig, Mr Tumble or Pingu?
Probably boot Mr Tumble.
Kiss and Marry, but you pick. Skidding.
I'll probably Kiss Mr Pig. Never actually watched.
There's Mummy Pig, but
Mummy Pig, whatever. I don't care.
Yeah. No. It's a bit.
I'll marry Pingu.
There we go. It was a save. I think that's a fine answer. I did wonder if Pingu would get Roundhouse kicked, to be honest, because There's only so much Pingu you can listen to, but right, nice one. I told you, safe one. I wasn't going to upset anybody on that. Well, that's it, Kev. Anyway, thanks so much for tuning in. I know there's loads of people that are interested in seeing what you have to say, and I really appreciate it. It's really nice to get everybody chatting and listening and talking about stuff and keeping people inspired whilst we're all locked down. So cheers, pal.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
No worries. Okay, see you soon, Kev. Thanks very much.
See you in a bit.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.